Julie's new beginning. Hello, my name is Julie. I am a student from Italy. I have come to London to learn English. London is a big city. It is full of history and beautiful places. I am excited to be here. I want to share my story with you. It is a sunny day in summer. The sun shines brightly in the sky. The air is warm. It is a perfect day. I am on a train going through London. The train moves fast. It makes a loud noise as it goes. I look out of the window. I see tall buildings and green parks. London is very beautiful. On the train, there are two men sitting opposite me. They are talking to each other. They speak in English. I listen to them. I try to understand what they are saying. I know some English words, but it is hard to understand everything. I am still learning. I am a beginner. I think to myself I want to speak English well. I look at the men. I want to talk to them. I am a little scared, but I want to try. I take a deep breath. I smile at the men. I say, "Hello, my name is Julie." My voice is a little quiet, but the men hear me. They stop talking and look at me. They smile back. "Hello, Julie," one of the men says. I feel happy. I am speaking English. I want to tell them more about me. I say, "I am from Italy." The men nod. They understand me. This makes me feel good. I try to think of more words to say. It is hard. I only know simple English. The men are very nice. They speak slowly for me. They use easy words. I start to understand more of what they are saying. We talk a little about London. We talk about the weather. It is a nice conversation. I am learning. Soon, the train stops at a station. This is where I get off. I stand up. I say goodbye to the men. "Goodbye, Julie," they say. I leave the train. I feel proud of myself. I spoke English today. I walk through the streets of London. There are so many people. They all speak English. I listen to them as I walk. I try to understand the words. I am learning new words all the time. I am going to my English school. I will learn more English there. My teacher is very good. She helps me a lot. I am excited to learn more. I want to speak English very well. As I walk, I think about my adventure in London. I am here to learn English. It is a big challenge, but I am ready. I will work hard. I will learn new words every day. I am happy to be here. London is a wonderful city. There are so many things to see and do. I will explore the city. I will practice my English every day. I know it will be a great adventure. This is just the beginning of my story. There's so much more to come. I will meet new friends. I will learn many things. I am excited for what the future holds. Julie's English School. The next day, I wake up early. I get ready for my English class. I am excited. I walk to the school. It is not far from where I live. The streets are busy with people. Everyone is in a hurry. I walk slowly. I like to look around. There are many shops and cafes. I want to visit them all someday. I arrive at the school. It is a big building. I walk inside. There are many students. They are from different countries. They all want to learn English. I feel a little nervous, but also excited. I find my classroom. The teacher is already there. Her name is Ms. Green. She is very kind. She smiles at me. "Hello, Julie," she says. "Welcome to our class." I sit down at a desk. There are other students in the class. They smile at me. I smile back. Ms. Green starts the lesson. She speaks slowly and clearly. I understand most of what she says. She writes words on the board. We repeat the words after her. We learn new words and phrases. It is fun. During the break, I talk to some of the other students. They are from different countries like Spain, Japan, and Brazil. We all speak English together. It is good practice. We help each other. I make new friends. I feel happy. After the break, we practice speaking more. We talk about our countries. We use simple words and sentences. I tell them about Italy. I tell them about the food, the weather, and the places to visit. They tell me about their countries. It is interesting. I learn a lot. The class ends. Ms. Green gives us some homework. We have to write a short story in English. I am excited to do it. I say goodbye to my new friends. I walk back home. I feel good. I learned a lot today. Exploring London. In the afternoon, I decide to explore London. I want to see more of the city. I take a map with me. I also take my notebook. I want to write down new words I learn. I walk to a big park. It is very beautiful. There are many trees and flowers. People are walking, jogging, and playing games. I sit on a bench. I watch the people. I listen to them. They speak English. I try to understand their words. After a while, I leave the park. I walk to a museum. It is a famous museum. There are many things to see. I look at the paintings and sculptures. There is so much history here. I read the descriptions. They are in English. I learn new words. I write them down in my notebook. I spend a long time in the museum. Then, I go to a cafe. I order a coffee. I sit by the window. I watch the people outside. I take out my notebook. I read the new words I wrote. I try to remember them. I practice saying them quietly. I feel good. I am learning more English every day. Julie tries shadowing. The next day, I learn about a new method to improve my English. It is called shadowing. Ms. Green tells us about it in class. Shadowing is when you listen to someone speaking English and repeat what they say. You try to copy their pronunciation and intonation. It helps you to speak more naturally. Shadowing is a very effective way to practice speaking, Ms. Green says. It helps you improve your pronunciation and rhythm. You can shadow with videos, audio recordings, or even live conversations. I decide to try shadowing. After class, I go home and look for videos online. I find a video of a person talking about their day. The speaker talks about simple things, like what they ate for breakfast, their plans for the day, and how they feel. It seems like a good place to start. I play the video. I listen carefully. The speaker says, "Good morning. Today, I had eggs and toast for breakfast. It was delicious. Now, I am going to the park for a walk." I repeat the words. At first it is hard. I cannot keep up with the speaker. I have to pause the video after each sentence. "Good morning," I say. Then I play the next part. "Today, I had eggs and toast for breakfast." I pause again. "It was delicious." I keep doing this, pausing and repeating. But I do not give up. I know that practice is important. I play the video many times. Each time, I get a little better. I can repeat more of the words without pausing. After a few days, I can say the whole paragraph without stopping. "Good morning. Today, I had eggs and toast for breakfast. It was delicious. Now, I am going to the park for a walk." I feel happy. This is a good way to practice speaking. I can hear how the speaker says the words, and I try to sound like them. I practice my pronunciation and intonation. It helps me speak more naturally. I decide to make shadowing a part of my daily routine. Every day, I spend some time shadowing. I use different videos. Sometimes, I listen to news reports. Sometimes, I listen to stories. Each time I get better. I can speak more smoothly. I learn new words and phrases. I feel more confident. One day, I find a video of a short story. The story is about a girl who finds a lost dog. I like stories, so I decide to shadow this video. The speaker has a clear and pleasant voice. I listen to the story carefully. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Emily, the speaker begins. One day, Emily was walking home from school when she saw a small brown dog. The dog looked lost and scared. I repeat the words. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Emily, I say. One day, Emily was walking home from school when she saw a small brown dog. The dog looked lost and scared. I play the video again and again. I try to match the speaker's tone and rhythm. Emily walked over to the dog. She bent down and patted its head. "Are you lost?" she asked. The dog wagged its tail. I repeat these sentences until I can say them smoothly. I feel like I am telling the story myself. It is a good feeling. As I continue shadowing, I notice that my pronunciation is improving. I can say the words more clearly. I can speak with more confidence. Shadowing helps me a lot. I decide to tell Ms. Green about my progress. The next day, I go to class. During the break, I go up to Ms. Green. "Ms. Green, I have been practicing shadowing," I say. "It helps me a lot. I can speak more clearly now." Ms. Green smiles. "That is wonderful, Julie. Shadowing is a great way to improve your speaking skills. Keep practicing, and you will continue to get better." I feel encouraged. I decide to keep using shadowing to improve my English. I find more videos online. I listen to people talking about different topics. I shadow conversations, stories, and news reports. Each time I learn something new. One evening, I find a video of a conversation between two friends. They are talking about their plans for the weekend. I decide to shadow this video. The conversation is natural and relaxed. "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" one friend asks. "I am going to the beach," the other friend replies. "I want to relax and enjoy the sunshine." I repeat the words. "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" I say, "I am going to the beach. I want to relax and enjoy the sunshine." I play the video many times. I try to sound like the friends in the video. I practice the conversation until I can say it smoothly. I feel like I am part of the conversation. It is a good way to practice speaking naturally. I also decide to use shadowing with audio recordings. I find a podcast that I like. It is about travel and adventure. The hosts talk about different places they have visited. They share their experiences and tips for traveling. I listened to an episode about Paris. The hosts talk about the famous landmarks, the food, and the culture. I listen carefully and repeat what they say. "Paris is a beautiful city," one host says. "You must visit the Eiffel Tower. It is an iconic landmark." I repeat the words. "Paris is a beautiful city. You must visit the Eiffel Tower. It is an iconic landmark." I practice shadowing the podcast. I listen to the hosts' voices. I try to match their pronunciation and intonation. I learn new words and phrases related to travel. It is a fun and interesting way to practice. As I continue with shadowing, I feel more confident in my speaking skills. I can speak more clearly and naturally. I decide to use shadowing with live conversations. One day, I meet my friend Anna for coffee. Anna is also learning English. We decide to practice speaking together. I tell Anna about shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to someone speaking and repeat what they say. I explain. It helps you improve your pronunciation and intonation. Do you want to try it? Anna agrees. We decide to have a simple conversation. I start by asking a question. What did you do yesterday? Anna replies, Yesterday, I went to the market. I bought some fruits and vegetables. I repeat Anna's words. Yesterday, I went to the market. I bought some fruits and vegetables. We continue the conversation. We take turns speaking and shadowing each other. It is a fun and effective way to practice. We help each other improve our pronunciation and intonation. After our conversation, Anna says, shadowing is very helpful. I feel like I can speak more clearly now. Thank you for showing me this method, Julie. I am happy to help Anna. We decide to practice shadowing together regularly. We meet once a week for coffee and conversation. We use shadowing to improve our speaking skills. It is a great way to learn. One day, Ms. Green gives us an assignment. We have to give a short speech in front of the class. We can choose any topic we like. I decide to talk about my experience with shadowing. I want to share how it has helped me improve my English. I prepare my speech. I write down what I want to say. I practice shadowing my own speech. I speak slowly and clearly. I try to use good pronunciation and intonation. On the day of the speech, I feel a little nervous. But I am also excited. I want to share my story with my classmates. I stand in front of the class. I take a deep breath. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about shadowing. Shadowing is a method of learning where you listen to someone speaking and repeat what they say. It helps you improve your pronunciation and intonation. I continue my speech. I talk about how I started shadowing. I share my experiences with different videos, podcasts, and conversations. I explain how shadowing has helped me speak more clearly and naturally. Shadowing is a very effective way to practice speaking, I say. It helps you sound more like a native speaker. I encourage all of you to try it. When I finish my speech, my classmates applaud. Ms. Green smiles. Thank you, Julie. That was a wonderful speech. You did a great job explaining shadowing. I am glad it has helped you improve your English. I feel proud of myself. I am happy that I could share my experience with my classmates. I hope that they will try shadowing too. As I continue my journey in London, I keep practicing shadowing. I find new videos and audio recordings to use. I practice with my friends. Each day, I get a little better. I can speak more smoothly and confidently. Shadowing has become an important part of my learning routine. One day, I meet a new friend named Carlos. He is from Spain and is also learning English. We decide to practice speaking together. I tell Carlos about shadowing. Shadowing is a great way to improve your pronunciation and intonation, I say. You listen to someone speaking and repeat what they say. Do you want to try it? Carlos agrees. We find a short video online. It is a conversation between two people talking about their favorite books. We listen to the video and repeat the words. My favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird, one person says. It is a classic novel. We repeat the words. My favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. It is a classic novel. We practice shadowing the conversation. We take turns repeating the sentences. It is a fun and effective way to learn. Carlos enjoys it too. He says that shadowing helps him speak more clearly. We decide to practice shadowing together regularly. We meet at the park or a cafe. We find different videos and audio recordings to use. We help each other improve our pronunciation and intonation. It is a great way to practice and learn together. One day, I decide to challenge myself. I find a longer video to shadow. It is a documentary about the history of London. The speaker talks about the famous landmarks and events that have shaped the city. I listen to the documentary carefully. I repeat the words. London is a city with a rich history, the speaker says. It has many famous landmarks, such as the Tower of London and Buckingham Palace. I repeat the words. London is a city with a rich history. It has many famous landmarks, such as the Tower of London and Buckingham Palace. I practice shadowing the documentary. It is more challenging because it is longer and has more complex vocabulary. But I do not give up. I listen and repeat. I try to match the speaker's pronunciation and intonation. Immersion in English. The next week in class, Ms. Green tells us about another method to learn English. It is called immersion. Immersion means surrounding yourself with English as much as possible, she explains. You read, listen, and speak in English all the time. It is a very effective way to learn. I decide to try immersion. I want to improve my English quickly and effectively. Ms. Green gives us some tips on how to immerse ourselves in English. Start by changing the language on your devices to English, she says. Your phone, your computer, your tablet. Everything should be in English. This way, you see and use English every day. I follow her advice. I change the language settings on my phone and computer to English. At first it feels strange. I am used to seeing everything in Italian. But soon I get used to it. I start to recognize more words and phrases. It helps me learn new vocabulary. Next, try to read books, articles, and websites in English, Ms. Green continues. Choose topics that interest you. This will make reading more enjoyable. I love reading, so this sounds like a good idea. I go to the library and find some books in English. I choose a novel and a book about travel. I also find some magazines and newspapers in English. I start reading them every day. At first it is difficult. There are many words I do not know. But I use a dictionary to look up new words. I write them down in my notebook and try to remember them. Each day, I understand a little more. Listening is also very important, Ms. Green says. Listen to English music, podcasts, and audiobooks. Watch movies and TV shows in English. This will help you improve your listening skills. I love music, so I start by listening to English songs. I choose songs with clear lyrics so I can understand the words. I find the lyrics online and read them while I listen. This helps me understand the meaning of the songs. I also start listening to podcasts and audiobooks. I choose topics that interest me, like travel, history, and personal stories. I listen to them while I walk, cook, or do chores. It is a great way to practice listening. Watching movies and TV shows in English is one of my favorite methods. I choose movies and shows with subtitles. This way, I can read the subtitles if I do not understand the words. I learn new words and phrases. I also learn about different cultures. Watching movies and TV shows helps me improve my listening skills. It is fun and entertaining. Speaking is the most important part, Ms. Green says. Try to speak English as much as possible. Speak with your friends, your classmates, and anyone you can. Practice speaking every day. I decide to speak English as much as I can. I speak with my friends in class. We practice speaking during the breaks and after class. I also speak with my friends outside of school. We go to cafes, parks, and museums. We speak English all the time. It is a great way to practice. One day, I decide to go to a local market. I want to practice speaking with native English speakers. I walk through the market and look at the different stalls. I see a stall selling fresh fruits and vegetables. The seller is a friendly-looking woman. I decide to talk to her. "Hello," I say. "How much are the apples?" "Hello," she replies with a smile. "The apples are 2 pounds per kilo." I buy some apples and talk to her a little more. She is very friendly and patient. She speaks slowly and clearly. I feel more confident. I decide to talk to more people. I ask for directions, buy some bread, and chat with the sellers. Each conversation helps me practice my speaking skills. I also join a conversation group at the local community center. It is a group of people who meet once a week to practice speaking English. There are people from different countries, all learning English. We have discussions, play games, and do activities in English. It is a fun and supportive environment. I make new friends and improve my speaking skills. As I continue my immersion in English, I notice that my skills are improving. I can read and understand more. I can listen and comprehend better. I can speak more confidently. Immersion is a very effective method. I am surrounded by English all the time. It helps me learn quickly and effectively. One day, I decide to visit a famous landmark in London, the British Museum. I have heard a lot about it and am excited to see it for myself. I arrive at the museum and start exploring the different exhibits. There are artifacts from all over the world. Each exhibit has information in English. I read the descriptions and learn about the history and significance of each artifact. As I walk through the museum, I see a group of tourists with a guide. The guide is speaking in English, explaining the exhibits. I decide to join the group and listen. The guide talks about the Rosetta Stone, the Egyptian mummies, and the ancient Greek sculptures. I listen carefully and try to understand as much as I can. It is a great way to practice my listening skills. After the tour, I decide to have a conversation with the guide. I walk up to her and say, "Thank you for the tour. It was very interesting." The guide smiles and replies, "You are welcome. I am glad you enjoyed it. Are you visiting from another country?" "Yes," I say. "I am from Italy. I am here in London to learn English." "That is wonderful," the guide says. "How long have you been learning English?" "I have been learning for a few months," I reply. "I am using immersion to improve my skills." Immersion is a great method, the guide says. Keep practicing, and you will continue to improve. We talk a little more about the museum and the exhibits. The guide is very friendly and patient. I feel more confident speaking in English. It is a good experience. As I continue my immersion journey, I find more opportunities to practice. I attend lectures, join book clubs, and participate in workshops. Each experience helps me improve my skills. I learn new words and phrases. I practice my listening and speaking skills. I feel more comfortable and confident in my ability to communicate in English. One day, Ms. Green organizes a cultural exchange event at our school. Students from different countries are invited to share their cultures and experiences. It is a great opportunity to learn about other cultures and practice speaking English. I decide to participate in the event. I prepare a presentation about Italy. I talk about the food, the landmarks, and the traditions. I also bring some Italian snacks for my classmates to try. I practice my presentation with my friends. They give me feedback and help me improve. On the day of the event, I feel a little nervous but also excited. I stand in front of my classmates and start my presentation. Hello, everyone. My name is Julie, and I am from Italy. Today, I want to share with you some interesting facts about my country. I talk about the famous landmarks in Italy, like the Colosseum in Rome, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the canals of Venice. I show pictures and describe the history and significance of each landmark. I also talk about Italian food, like pasta, pizza, and gelato. I share some recipes and talk about the different regions and their specialties. My classmates are interested and ask questions. I answer their questions and share more information. I feel proud of my presentation. It is a great opportunity to practice speaking and share my culture. After the presentations, we have a cultural exchange fair. Each student sets up a booth with information and items from their country. I set up my booth with pictures, brochures, and Italian snacks. My classmates visit my booth and ask questions. I talk to them in English and share more about Italy. It is a fun and engaging experience. As the event comes to an end, I feel happy and satisfied. I have learned about different cultures and practiced my English. I have shared my own culture and made new friends. It is a great experience. I continue my immersion journey with enthusiasm. I find new and interesting ways to surround myself with English. I join new groups and clubs, attend events and workshops, and explore different parts of London. Each day brings new opportunities to learn and practice. One day, I decide to visit a local theater. They are performing a play in English. I have always loved theater, so I am excited to see the play. I buy a ticket and find a seat. The theater is full of people, and there is a lively atmosphere. The play begins, and I listen carefully. The actors speak clearly and expressively. I understand most of the dialogue. The play is about a young woman who moves to a new city and faces many challenges. It is a touching and inspiring story. I feel connected to the characters and their experiences. After the play, I decide to talk to some of the people in the audience. I start a conversation with a woman sitting next to me. Did you enjoy the play? I ask. Yes, I did, she replies. It was very well done. The actors were excellent. I agree, I say. I loved the story. It was very inspiring. We continue talking about the play and our favorite parts. The woman is friendly and patient. She speaks slowly and clearly. I feel more confident speaking in English. It is a good experience. As I continue my immersion journey, I find more ways to practice. I attend more plays and performances. I join theater groups and participate in acting workshops. I read plays and practice reading aloud. Each experience helps me improve my skills. I am grateful for the progress I have made. Immersion has helped me a lot. I can read, listen, and speak more confidently. I continue to work hard and practice every day. I am excited for what the future holds. This is just the beginning of my story. There is so much more to come. I will meet new friends, learn new things, and have many adventures. I am happy to be here in London, learning English and exploring this wonderful city. My new friends and I continue to explore London. We visit famous places like the Tower of London, the British Museum, and Buckingham Palace. We speak English all the time. I feel more comfortable and confident. Anna and I meet often. We go to different cafes and parks. We practice speaking English. We help each other. I also meet new friends from my language exchange events. They come from different countries. We share our experiences and learn together. Watching movies and TV shows in English becomes one of my favorite activities. I watch a lot of different genres. I like comedies, dramas, and documentaries. I learn many new words and phrases. I also learn about different cultures and lifestyles. I watch with subtitles at first. This helps me understand better. Later, I watch without subtitles. It is more challenging, but I learn more. My friends and I sometimes have movie nights. We choose a movie in English and watch it together. After the movie, we discuss it in English. We talk about the plot, the characters, and our favorite scenes. This is a fun way to practice speaking and listening. I continue to use language learning apps. They help me improve my vocabulary, grammar, and listening skills. I use them every day. Some apps have games and quizzes. They make learning fun and interactive. I like the app that lets me practice speaking. I can record my voice and compare it with native speakers. This helps me improve my pronunciation. I also find an app that connects me with native English speakers. We have conversations through the app. They help me with my English, and I help them with Italian. It is a great way to practice speaking and make new friends. To improve my writing skills, I start keeping a diary in English. Every day, I write about my experiences, thoughts, and feelings. I write about what I did, what I learned, and what I want to do next. Writing in English helps me practice new words and phrases. It also helps me express myself better. I enjoy writing in my diary. It is a good way to reflect on my day and see my progress. After several months in London, I see a big improvement in my English. I can speak more confidently. I understand more when people talk to me. I can read and write better. I feel proud of myself. I have worked hard and it shows. My teacher, Ms. Green, is very pleased with my progress. She encourages me to keep learning and practicing. I continue to use all the methods that have helped me. Immersion, shadowing, using language apps, watching movies and TV shows, and keeping a diary. I also continue to meet with my friends and practice speaking English with them. We have a lot of fun together. My time in London is coming to an end, but my adventure is not over. I have learned so much and made many new friends. I feel more confident in my English skills. I know there is still much to learn, but I am ready for the challenge. I plan to continue practicing English when I return to Italy. I will keep using language apps and watching movies in English. I will write in my diary every day. I will also stay in touch with my friends from London. We will continue to practice English together online. London has been a wonderful experience for me. I have grown so much as a person and as a language learner. I am excited for what the future holds. I know that with hard work and dedication, I will continue to improve my English. This is just the beginning of my journey.